Tom Slingsby is our 10th Ask the AST athlete, and we've got some additional spectators today with Ian Jensen and Nathan Outridge here.
We're just filming from a distance.
Tom, thanks for joining us today. First question we've got for you is from Tash Van Rains. She'd like to know, how many days a week did you sail coming up to the test events?
For the whole of July I was training in the laser, but just before the test event I did the Devotee One Worlds in Lake Garda, so I wasn't actually sailing in the laser too much. I arrived in Weymouth about 4 days before my event started, and from there, I did 3 days on the water, 1 day of rest, and then started.
Elliot Basili's just moved to the laser radial, and he'd like to know if you've got any advice for juniors like him and how they can improve.
Yeah, it's quite tricky. I mean, obviously just the cliche, time on the water, the more practice you do, the better you get. But yeah, I think definitely for me, concentrating on one specific thing every time I went sailing and just tried to improve that one thing, and then once you conquer that thing, then you move on to a new topic, and yeah, that's how I improved, one step at a time.
One from Duncan Jamison. He'd like to know if you've got any advice for anyone who wants to follow you into the AST.
It's hard work. As I sort of said with the last question, it's sort of a lot of time on the water and a lot of training, and it's a big sacrifice. You have to sacrifice sort of a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of energy, and for something that might not happen, but it's, if you believe in yourself and you keep working hard at it, yeah, I think the sky's the limit for anyone.
One from fellow AST member Tom Burton. He'd like to know, why does nobody start near you on the start line?
I've had a bit of a reputation as being quite quick in the wind, and generally the way I sail is quite low and fast, so generally people don't go too close underneath me because they'll either pinch me off quickly or I'll roll them pretty fast. So generally that's why they don't go near me on the start, but I have a big queue of boats lining up to windward of me because I go so low.
AJ Rao would like to know, what do you prefer, the Moth squad or the laser squad?
It's quite tough. Nathan in the background's giving me the Moth symbol, but yeah, I think, I don't know, Moth's with my mates and I have fun and we go and we have a few beers and we enjoy the racing. Lasers is serious stuff, but both have their merits, and it's too hard to say.
And the final one for you is from Leanne Dooley. She said you've had so much success in a number of classes, but when you go home, do you enjoy just getting out on a boat, going crewing with mates and relaxing, enjoying yourself?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm on the water every day, whether it's sailing a laser, windsurfing as I was today, sailing my Moth, twilight sailing. I love sailing, I love being on the water, and yeah, there's nothing better than doing a twilight race at home at Gosford Sailing Club with a couple of beers and a few mates, and that's the way I like to relax.
Thanks for joining us, Tommy.
Thank you.